Hey YouTube, have you ever seen a farm that is absolutely buried in the snow? Well, stay tuned to this video and we will show you what it's all about, doing chores in the morning. How are you, Biscotti? First time seeing snow, huh? There's the mountain. It was only supposed to be a light dusting, and instead it decided to go about an inch, inch and a half. Some places it looks like it's even 2 inches. The reason why I'm breathing slightly heavy is number one, it's a little cold, and two, I'm walking up our mountain. So this is always an issue, trying to keep water where it doesn't freeze. And so we just have a stick up here so we can actually hit this. Thankfully it wasn't a hard freeze, so hit it real quick and it should be good to go. We begin the trek up mountain here. During the spring and summer, it's really great to raise these hogs with. The forest right here, because it provides all this nutrition. One thing that I'm finishing off on is some black walnuts here. The black walnuts will help clear them out. They've got anti-helminthic properties, and whew, sorry, it's a good brisk walk up here. But the black walnuts are really good because they have an anti-helminthic property to them. Kansas State University did a study showing that giving some black walnuts to pigs later on in their growth phase will really help do a good job of eradicating any possibility of worms. And so we're going to give these black walnuts because we actually are going to be taking these hogs in a couple of days to go get our pork products. So that's how it is raising pastured pigs, is that unfortunately, the worst day of their life is coming, and we will honor the animal by ensuring that every single time that we partake of the food, that we give great thanks to the animal, and we try to give the animal the absolute best life that it could possibly have. And here they are. So these are Gloucester Old Spots. And they have been raised for roughly 10 months. And they started off where they were maybe no bigger than the size of their head. That's it. They had their black walnuts, and we gave them some eggshells for some calcium, and then we had them on a small little amount of like a non-GMO, almost organic feed. The feed is chock full of lysine. Lysine is crucial for growth of protein on pigs. It is actually one of the essential amino acids that pigs actually need. So this is the boar house when we actually used to raise hogs, but this became their shelter from the weather. That over here is a farrowing house, and we can use that to actually birth live young if we decide to start raising breeding stock again. And then this entire mountainside is all pastured in, or fenced in, I should say. That way these guys can actually go up there and get all the nuts and grubs and all those other yummy things that they can use to be able to go ahead and forage for it, because they do a really great job foraging. I think the snow's about out of the way. Stop. Let's go see if the sheep have found anything to actually eat. They decided to go ahead and merge from their part of the barn earlier today. So these, as always, are American Jacob sheep. They are either 2 or 4 horn. And we're trying to teach Biscotti here to actually help round them up at night. So I'm gonna try to teach him how to run them all the way down to the barn on the back side. That way they can come on down for the evening and stay warm. So let's see how close we can get. Hopefully they won't run off. I'll probably get a warning from Skidoo here. She's the one in the front. You guys doing okay? I won't come any further than that, or any closer than that. But yeah, American Jacob sheep. The vast majority of them are ewes, and we're going to go ahead and give them a break this year and let them go ahead and actually breed next year, because these two girls in the front are about 8 years old each, and then the other ewes that you can see behind them are just coming up on a year, and so we didn't want to place a ram in there and, you know, get these ewes too bred too early. We want to make sure that they're the right age and the right weight and everything like that. So, but yeah, that's our little pack of Jacob sheep. Say bye there, Jelly Belly. Probably one of my favorite vantage points here on the entire farm, especially when it snows. There's our snowy little cabin. This cabin dates back to the 1890s. Those logs were brought over from a sister county, log by log, and placed here in its present spot. Still trying to decide what we want to do with it. We were thinking about putting it up for Airbnb. That way you guys can come out and come enjoy the farm. Or we might just make it a kids' playhouse. Might make it a little, you know, kind of a retreat area for small groups and things like that. But we'll try to see what we're going to do with that in the future. There's our barn, absolutely gorgeous looking in the snow. And that's just the sun starting to peek over the mountaintops and melt out some of the snow. These guys are bourbon red turkeys. We're working with this one right here, the Tom, because he's a little on the sketchy side right now, but he'll be good. He's gonna earn himself a name soon. And then we have multiple hens. We actually have 3 bourbon reds and then 1 midget white, and that's her right there. You can't really see her very well in the snow. They love this camera for some reason. They're so funny. All right, and then we have all of our chickens. Barnevelders, and the black ones are Australorps. And then here's our girls. Well, let's go say hi to them too. And this right here is Primrose. That is Squints. Squint should be a mommy again. The white one back there is Tootie. She's the leader of the pack, and she should be awfully pregnant. Here's our buck and buckling. This is Nutty. He's right by the house. Very beautiful strapping beard that this man has. And there is Eclipse. And Eclipse now looks like a teenager because he's starting to grow a beard as well, and he's getting big. So we're going to use Eclipse to breed the girls next year. That way we have unrelated babies, and then Nutty was the one responsible for breeding this year. Alright, so the vast majority of the chickens were inside the barn staying warm with the goats, and they get along just fine. Hey, Tootie. How are you this morning? You know? This fine looking girl right here, this is Willow. Willow is a Randall lineback. Say hi, Miss Willow. Yeah. It got a little snowy yesterday, but they get some nice fresh hay, don't you? And then let's go ahead and walk around. Have you meet Porter. Porter is a black baldy. As you can see, well, if you don't know, the black comes from an Angus, the hair comes from a Hereford, and then the white face also comes from a Hereford cow. So this is a mixture of an Angus cow and a Hereford cow. And she had like one of the best mommies, who is now going back to be another mommy again on somebody else's farm. But this is Porter. He's our black baldy. This little sticker right here is always here to remind me that it's always great, if you can, to raise your own, if not support your local. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video of morning chores. And if you could check out the rest of our channel, we got some really great videos on there about all of our homesteading adventures, and actually even videos on herbs, essential oils, and a lot of other really great things from the Paleo Mama channel on YouTube. So if you like this video, please subscribe below. That way you can always get content as we put it on YouTube. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.